15 things you didn't know about Croatia. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, we hope you're having a great day today. Welcome to another amazing video presented by alux.com. Today we're exploring one of Europe's great countries, Croatia. Be warned though, because this video may just make you fall in love with this nation on the sea. Long before Croatia became one of the best holiday destinations to explore any time of the year, people began inhabiting the area in the early 7th century. Throughout the First and Second World War, Croatia survived as part of the state of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs. After World War II ended, the country became the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, as well as the founding member of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. Today, years after the country fought for its independence, Croatia is a republic ruled by a parliament. The country has a developing economy, identified by the World Bank as a high-income economy, with much of its revenues coming from agriculture, food processing, pharmaceuticals, biochemical and timber industries. Tourism is also an important part of Croatia's economy, with the industry dominating their service sector. With such great history and beautiful landscape, it's no wonder that HBO chose this country as a shooting location for Game of Thrones. Plus, you can also explore the country's 1,000 islands and their many UNESCO World Heritage Sites. If you're new here, welcome! Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Despite having a great culture, amazing food, and kind people, Croatia doesn't get the attention it deserves. So let's fix that, shall we? Here are 15 things you didn't know about Croatia. Number 2. We have to thank Croatia for many items we use every day, including the necktie. We should all just take a moment to thank this country for making us look so good all dressed up. The necktie, maybe the country's most successful export, is one of their most famous inventions. The story of neckties dates back to the 17th century, when Croatia's people fought for the French in the 30 Years' War. Apart from bringing men to the battlefield, Croatia also set a trend. The mercenaries used to wear distinctively knotted neckwear so they could tell each other apart, and from there it spread to other militaries and later catching on in civilian society and eventually setting a trend. In time, the knot made its way through modern-day offices and other high-class places to become known as the necktie. And here's a fun fact. Croatia is the Guinness World Record holder of the longest necktie, measuring 808 meters, or 2,650 feet if you're watching in America. Other things this country has invented is the world's first torpedo, the Maglite flashlight, and the mechanical pencil. Number 3. Croatia has served as the set design of many famous films and TV shows, including Game of Thrones. When you venture into this world of amazing landscapes and incredible culture, expect to take a ton of pictures, particularly in the city of Dubrovnik, a medieval town located on the Adriatic Sea in the region of Dalmatia, which is one of the most sought-after destinations in the world. The city's old buildings are amazing, especially considering they have the oldest arboretum in the world. As we already mentioned, HBO's Game of Thrones shot a few of its famous scenes in Croatia, but also movies like Star Wars: The Last Jedi and Mamma Mia were filmed in the country. Next year, you'll get to see the 2018 adaptation of Robin Hood, which is also being filmed in Croatia, and there are plans to film the next James Bond film there as well. Number 4. Croatia is one of the safest countries in the world. Croatia is one of the few remaining countries in which you can enjoy an evening walk and feel completely safe. But you don't need to take our word for it. The 2017 Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report evaluated 136 countries worldwide on overall safety and ranked Croatia as one of the most secure countries for tourists to visit. The report ranked the country at 24th place on the list, with Finland taking the top spot as the safest country in the world for tourists. Russia ranked 109th, the US ranked 84th, the United Kingdom 78th, and Germany was in 51st place. The report evaluates the countries on their individual policies and the threat of major security risks, such as terrorism and violence. Number 11. Croatia's currency is named after an animal, and their coins after a lime tree. Croatia's currency is named after an animal, even though the country has been a member of the EU since 2013. Croatia's currency, kuna, is named after the marten, a slender, agile creature adapted to living in taigas and found in the forests nearby. In medieval times, marten skins used to be a form of payment in Slavonia, the Croatian littoral, and Dalmatia. The modern-day banknotes feature famous Croatians on the front and architectural motifs on the back. The currency issued by the Croatian National Bank is subdivided into 100 lipa. A lipa means linden or a lime tree. Number 13. Croatia has the most beautiful sunsets in the world. Where can you experience the most beautiful sunset in the world? You've guessed it, Croatia. According to Alfred Hitchcock, Zadar is the place to see the most beautiful sunset. While the English director found himself in Zadar in 1964, he was amazed by its setting sun and named it the most beautiful, even more beautiful than Key, Florida, where he thought the best sunset was until he visited Zadar. You can take his word for it, or you can go check it out yourself. Another interesting thing about Zadar, there on the Dalmatian coast, you'll find the world's first pipe organ that's played by the sea's rhythmic waves. Pretty cool, huh? Number 14. Croatia produced many scientists and important people. Every country has its bright minds, but we're sure you didn't know how much these Croats did for mankind. Ivan Vucetic, a criminologist and anthropologist, pioneered the method of identifying someone based on their fingerprints. Vucetic's methods are still used worldwide today. Then there's the Irishman James Joyce, one of the most influential writers in the modernist avant-garde age of the early 20th century, was an English teacher in the city of Pula who gave us Ulysses in the early 19th century. Croatia also has 2 Nobel Prize winners in chemistry. Do you know any other famous Croatians? We couldn't close this list without mentioning the great Nikola Tesla. Despite being born in Semiljan, which is today in Croatia, at the time of his birth was technically a part of the Austrian Empire, making him a citizen of Austria. We'll let you guys debate that one in the comments. Number 15. The amphitheater in Pula, Istria, is the 3rd most preserved in the world, even better than the Colosseum. For our number 15, we thought we should talk about the most famous and imposing site of the 1st century. Now that you've learned some more about Croatia, tell us, Aluxers, what else should we add to our list about this incredible country? Let us know in the comments. Still here? Because you stayed until the end, here's a bonus fact just for you. Croatia has one of the top beaches in Europe that changes its shape. Located in the region of Dalmatia, the beach is unlike any other place you visited because it changes shape. The farthest end usually is turned slightly toward the east, but certain weather patterns can shift the beach more toward the west, which means it actually changes shape every 2 to 3 years. This awesome beach's length and shape are technically unknown because it varies due to tide, current, and wind. But because of its unique shape, it has been featured on many travel brochures, making it one of the symbols of Croatian tourism. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.